Meanwhile, Nigeria's Vice President Kashim Shettima is in New York ahead of the 79th United Nations General Assembly session. Leading Nigeria's delegation as directed by President Bola Tinubu. We'll bring you details of that report in the course of the bulletin. Meanwhile, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tugga, has called for a deadline extension in implementing the SDG 2030 agenda since Africa falls short of the remaining 84% of the SDG targets. Yusuf Tugga made the appeal at the Summit of the Future, which marks the opening of the 79th United Nations General Assembly in New York, United States, noting that the SDG index estimates that about 16% of the SDG targets are on track to be achieved.
Must therefore ensure that today's adoption of the Pact for the Future is backed by a real willingness to fulfill outstanding commitments. With the remaining 84% of the SDG targets for 2030 yet to be achieved, countries in the global north must do more to support sustainable development in the global south. We're optimistic that these targets can be met if commitments are backed by action. However, in the event we fall short of achieving the SDG targets by 2030, we strongly believe that the deadline should be extended.
The minister called for the support of the international community to assist Africa through sustainable financing to accelerate the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals. To ensure accelerated action in other areas, the minister pointed the need to reform the UN Security Council to provide a permanent seat for Africa, reform the international financial architecture to promote an inclusive, non-discriminatory and transparent international trading system, as well as implement comprehensive debt relief measures, among other issues impeding Africa's development.